Man, she's amazing. I met her in Fort Smith as well, and she she goes around and does the same things, and she's trying to bring a recovery community in Champaign, Illinois, and she's just doing amazing work. And she also has a Facebook page called Sober J. Look her up and add her. She puts on videos that are just so encouraging and inspirational. And she talks around the people in the Illinois community and all over. I think that it's really important that we all have unity and that we all stick together. It don't matter what state you're from or what boundary lines cross us. Together we have to unite. So with that being said, I know Aaron's trying to prolong me so he can get his camera hooked back up. But with that, I introduce to you Jamie Smith.
Hey guys, what's up? I just want to first of all thank you for having us. I'm from Illinois, so I drove quite a ways to be here because this is what I do. I want to bring hope and I want to show that recovery is possible. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. 5 years ago, I was one of those people who had the stigma. I was one of those people who did not believe addiction was a disease. I was in my 30s, I had 4 kids, I had a wonderful husband, I had an amazing career. In 2013, my life started to fall apart. I went through some major personal issues. And I found myself amongst a group of house moms who were all popping and swapping pills. So I joined this group of house moms and began doctor shopping, popping every opiate and benzo you can imagine. I was at the methadone clinic. I threw my career down the drain. In 2015, I was introduced to heroin. Here I was, a 38-year-old married mother of 4, shooting heroin in my bathroom. I was sneaking away from my son and daughter's basketball games to go get high in the school bathrooms. So when I tell my story, you know, a lot of people have the stigma and they think the addiction is happening in the bad neighborhoods, in the bad areas. I was shooting heroin in the suburban living rooms with a bunch of house moms. They just don't talk about it. And it's time that we show everybody that this epidemic and addiction is hitting everywhere in this country.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know, another thing that I have a serious problem with, we're constantly locking up these addicts with no rehabilitation and no treatment. We're just recycling the addicts. We're putting them back out in society with no rehabilitation. Then they wind right back up in jail again. When people come up to me and they say, addiction doesn't impact my life, I don't like what you're doing. You pay taxes, right? Because if you're paying tax, if you're a taxpayer, it is impacting your life. It is impacting your household. Who's paying for all these addicts sitting in jail, not getting rehabilitated, and then recycling them, putting them right back out there? You are. So it does impact you. You do need to get involved. You do need to help find a solution. You know, we all get up here and we tell our stories of addiction. They all come from a broken place. But now it's time we start talking solutions.
Come on.
It's time we start talking about putting rehabilitation and treatment centers in every prison across this country. It's time that no more people be turned away for treatment. You know, one of the things that I say, and I get bashed a lot on Facebook for this, if you had a heart attack and you called 911 and they said, we're busy, but we can put you on a waiting list, how would you feel? This is a disease. When we're reaching out for help, we're asking for help. We deserve treatment. We deserve rehabilitation. No more waiting lists in this country. We have rights, and we have a voice. It's time we come together, band together, unite, and be a voice for recovery, show that it is possible, and spread hope to every suffering addict out there, and start saving lives. Like I said, my addiction started in the suburban living rooms right outside of Chicago, Illinois. And these moms are still sitting back, popping, swapping, and shooting. They just don't talk about it. They don't have the courage to talk about it. I come out and I talk about it, and I refuse to be defined by my addiction. I'm going to be defined by my recovery.
Yes.
When I first got clean, I tried to give myself an intentional overdose. And the reason I tried to kill myself was because here I was, a married mother of 4. What was everybody going to say about me? Everybody was going to judge me. What were they going to say about my children? Their mother's a junkie. Their mother's a pill popper. But you know what? I decided, screw this. I'm going to own my story. I'm going to tell the world everything I did wrong, all the horrible things I did. And then I'm going to show them that I recovered. So now what are you going to say about me? This is my story, and I'm telling it to show that recovery is possible. So if you are struggling, if you know anybody struggling, send them to us on Facebook. If you're a woman in recovery, we do Recovery Radio FM on Monday nights. It's called The Vision. It's a great resource. I do a lot of online meetings. I find a lot of online support through Mike Pack, Recovery Radio FM, James Sweezy, those types of guys. If you can't get to a meeting, go to intherooms.com, something like that. And anything you can possibly do to make recovery your primary focus. I'm always going to have this disease of addiction. I'm always going to be sick, but today my disease is in remission. How did I put it in remission? Recovery. Every day I get up, the first thing I do, focus on my recovery. The last thing I think about before I go to sleep every night, my recovery. The first time I don't make that my primary focus, I will relapse. And if I relapse, I could lose my life. If I can do this, if I can fight this fight, if I can stay clean, anybody can do this. So it is possible. So thanks for having me. I appreciate it. If you guys want to reach out, if you ever need support, look me up on Facebook. It's SoberJ, Jai. And thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.